Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Aspire to Inspire, where we interview industry professionals. Today, we have a very special guest with us. He is a star in the making. It is a privilege and an honor to have him today. We have Tony Espinosa. Real quickly, I'm going to read some of his credits so you guys know and are familiar with some of his work. Tony Espinosa, at the age of 5, expressed his interest in acting. He competed in the first grade of prose and poetry and received superior rating. And at that time, he said to his parents, "I want to be an actor." He even used the words, "This is my calling." Wow, super powerful. Tony's first television job includes Hand of God in 2014. Then he appeared on Gordon Gibbons' Life on Normal Street as co-star, Amazon in 2015. Also in 2015, Tony landed the lead role in The Birth of a Nation, a 2016 Sundance Award winner, as young Nat Turner. He went on to co-star in Uncle Black, Snowfall, Fresh Off the Boat, and even guest starred on Criminal Minds in 2017, as well as completed voiceover roles for several animated shows. Man, this kid is super professional. I am in awe. He filmed a role in the upcoming movie Suburbicon, directed by George Clooney. He also had the opportunity to work with director Nate Parker on a second film, American Skin, which is currently blowing up at the moment. His current work also includes a recurring role as Shafir on the Hulu series Pen 15, and he also finished filming a recurring role on Disney's Diary of a Future President. Wow, I am in awe of Tony and his work. Let's bring our guest on here today. Hi, Tony. Can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Fantastic. Oh my goodness, I am in awe of your work. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am super, super grateful. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling well. I'm feeling excited.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that you're excited because I'm excited and I really pick up on energy. So you're giving really good energy so far. So without further ado, let's jump into this interview. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, awesome. So as I stated before in your bio, you have a really great background in acting, starting at such a young age. So my very first question for you is, where did that passion begin for acting?
I think it was just that I've always loved movies. I've always loved to pretend, just to dress up and be like certain characters I see in films. And then I tried prose and poetry. I loved it. And then I just somehow found acting like you said, it was my calling.
Yes, yes. And I loved how you said to your parents, "This is my calling." And you were what, around the age of 5? Saying these things of wisdom, knowing, sure, this is what I want to do, parents. Help me succeed in this. That's just super inspiring and powerful. So you already got the right headspace for this type of career.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Of course. So I really want to highlight your first work. You know, I stated before that your television job includes Hand on God and Gordon Gibbons' Life on Normal Street. Just reflecting on your very first television shows, being those two, what was your experience like on set for the first time, being able to indulge yourself in a career path like this?
Back then, I wasn't too nervous. I was just excited to work, to meet some amazing actors. I was excited to get on my first job, just to be on set, the wardrobe, meeting people. Even if I didn't have any lines, I just wanted to be there. It was just something that the set, it just gave off a vibe.
Yes, and I'm so glad you said it gave off a vibe. I think many people don't understand the film world and how it really is a community of people trying to create a film, all having huge and significant parts to it. So I love how you said it's a vibe. It's really good energy. And you give off really good energy. So I'm pretty sure you did amazing whatever set you were on.
Thank you. Thank you. I really do hope so.
Yeah, of course. But on the contrary, I want to talk about the hustle behind an actor. You know, a lot of people chime in when an actor has reached the epitome of success, you know, when they're on that television screen. Talk about your transition from saying that I want to be an actor to actually doing the work of an actor, if you understand my question.
So saying is completely different than doing. It seems fun, but it's hard.
Mm,
It's never going to be easy. You're always going to be, you're going to win some, but you're going to lose a lot more. So you got to have that mindset to keep you going.
right,
So
right.
it's always going to be hard. It's never. I remember the one Denzel quote: "If it was easy, anybody would do it."
Mm,
So
well said.
my mom always uses that for me every day.
Yes, yes. And something I want to piggyback off of that is you know, you have such an amazing background and resume being involved in so much. For viewers who may be watching and maybe they want to dive into the career of acting, what's a small piece of advice you would give them? I love how you said that, you know, it's all fun and games, but when the work needs to be done, it needs to be done. So from your
Exactly.
standpoint, what is the advice you would give to aspiring actors who may be watching?
If you want it, go for it. Shoot your shot. Like yeah.
I love it. Keep going. Keep going.
If
Oh,
you really love acting, I encourage you to pursue it. If you're a child, your parents will support you. Your friends will support you.
mhm.
You and I. I don't know why. It's just
Yeah,
you just got to go for it. You just got to go for it.
exactly. That's very wise words coming from you. Guys, just go for it. You know, anything in life is worth trying. It's worth putting yourself
Exactly.
out there for. So take that leap of faith and do it. And then thank
Yeah.
yourself later that you did it because you love it.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. So thank you so much for that advice. That's truly beautiful. I actually want to transition and dive into your work, some of your film credits.
Okay.
I want to talk more in depth about your leading role in The Birth of a Nation. For many of viewers who may not know, that film actually was pitched to Sundance and it won. Film Dance is an amazing film festival. It's a worldwide film festival. And for a film that important to win, that is an extremely big deal. Congratulations to the cast and crew of that particular film. You know, you had the opportunity of playing the role of younger version Nat Turner. So I want to ask you, you know, what what was it like to play such a prominent character like that? Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. It was a blessing. One, when I was that young, I learned a lot just from the scenes I performed. I it's when I used to go to public school, they never taught anything like that. But when I had
Mm,
the opportunity to work on this film with Mr. Nate, I learned so much.
yeah.
Just not just acting wise, but history wise.
Mm,
When I
mm,
learned how they dressed, what they were fed, what they did back then. It
yeah,
was just a blessing to learn all of that.
most definitely. And I loved how you're being educated while playing these type of roles. You know, as actors, we really have to embody the mindset of whatever character we play, whether we have to learn what they eat, learn what clothing they wear, learn the history behind it. And that's how
Exactly.
actors are successfully able to portray characters across screen. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, most definitely. And, you know, being a part of a film like The Birth of a Nation, you were able to star alongside the greats, those including Nate Parker,
Yeah.
Gabrielle Union. You know, what was it like to just be surrounded by the greats and what lessons have you learned from them?
I was at the time I was in awe because I was a huge fan of Mr. Nate. I
Mm.
saw him. It was one of my favorite historic movies. It was Red Tails, so I
Uh-huh.
already knew who he was. I was just excited to work with him, and
Mm.
he taught me so much about professionalism. He taught me how to what he wanted, like what was going on in the scene, what he wanted, where he wanted me to go, what he was doing with the cameras, what exact like everything he wanted. He told me, he taught me everything I know about most of what I know about acting today.
Wow, that's fantastic. You know, Nate Parker is such an amazing director. Not only is he a director, but he's a writer and actor as well. You
Yes.
know, basically you're under his wing. You're technically a student of his, and being
Mhm.
able to share that relationship and learn from the greats. that's going to help you along the way. Someone who's in your corner, who's able to assist you and help you. So honestly, I'm a huge fan of Nate Parker as well. He is one of the many directors I would love to work with in the future. But, being able to have the opportunity to work with him, as you said, was a true blessing. So thank you for sharing your words of wisdom for that.
Thank you.
Of course. So, transitioning from The Birth of a Nation, you've also starred in another one of Nate Parker's films, American Skin. Real quickly for our viewers watching, I would love to hear from you, from your standpoint from this movie. So if you don't mind giving the viewers a short synopsis of American Skin without giving anything away, and the significance of the character you play.
Okay, so American Skin is about a two-time Iraq veteran named Lincoln Jefferson. His son was shot and killed. His unarmed son was shot and killed by police officers during a traffic stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try to give everything away real quick.
Yeah, I totally understand. Just give the best you can. Don't worry.
When he find out that the officer was not found guilty for the shooting, he wanted justice.
Right. Yeah.
So he just wanted justice.
Very well said. And without giving too much away, I think that's basically a great synopsis of the film. It really reflects modern day America.
Absolutely.
It really dives into the wrongs of the world and just how we all desire justice. And being a part of a film like that, it's truly, truly amazing to be a part of something like that. But I just wanted to share with you my quick views of the film. I had the honor of watching the film not too long ago. And, just being able to see the story, the way it's conveyed without giving so much of it away, stories like this need to be told, right?
Yes, most certainly.
And I really want to hear from you. Like, why do you believe, as an actor, as a creative, why do you believe it's so important for viewers to watch the film American Skin, in your opinion?
I believe it's important for them to watch it because not everyone knows what's actually happening, what everyone feels, what they think is going on. They don't always read into it. They don't know what's going on. Sometimes they just say, oh, this just happened. It's nothing. They just brush it off.
Yeah.
But very few people pay attention to what's going on. There's this movie. We wanted to convey a message. We wanted to create a conversation between both law enforcement and the community, not just the African American community, but all communities that this have happened to.
Yes.
So we can discuss what can we do to make this better? What can we do to have both sides protected, both sides that make them both feel safe? That's what we want. That's what we want from the movie.
And as a viewer who watched the film, you definitely conveyed that message to us viewers. Conversations will be started just because of the significance of your character in the film and also the overall message Nate Parker conveys in the film. Viewers who are watching, please go check out his film, American Skin, directed by Nate Parker, starring Tony Espinosa. He does an amazing job. He plays such a significant character. And listen, go check it out. That's all I'm going to say, because I do not want to share too much. Just go watch it. You'll thank me later, and you'll congratulate Tony in the future as well. Transitioning from your past films, I wouldn't say American Skin is too much of a past film. It's pretty recent. I want to talk about your most recent work, things you're working on right now. You're appearing on Hulu. You're appearing on Disney. Honestly, I don't want to share too much away. I want to give you the opportunity to speak. So if you can share some of your recent films that you're currently working on right now, just so that we can highlight you and congratulate you in a sense, please feel free to do now.
Okay. I just finished working on season 2, my first season on a show called Diary of a Future President. My
Mhm.
role is Amelia, and I'm also going back soon for season 3 of Pin 15 in
Mm,
later this summer. And
yeah.
then soon in February I'm going to work on a new film.
Oh, can't share too much, can you?
I can't, no.
But that's so fantastic to hear that you're still working even in the middle of a pandemic. You're still being able to find work and be able to challenge yourself and be creative and be the working actor that you are. So that's great. I'm glad you're working. We're gonna see you in some films upcoming, and we'll support you. I'll support you most definitely.
Thank you. It really means a lot.
Of course, we're here to highlight you and to congratulate you and your work. So, my next few questions actually are kind of fun, lighthearted. We can kind of, relax and give your personal opinion, and we'll just dive right into it. I like to call it fun questions.
Okay.
So, as I stated before, here on Aspire to Inspire, we emphasize the why behind your passion, what you love to do, and why you love to do it. I think that is so, so, so important. I want to ask you, what influential figure, whether they are an actor, director, public figure, do you look up to?
I've always looked up to Mr. Nate when it came to acting.
Right.
From what he's done, his acting,
Mm.
it was phenomenal. I was always honored to be in his presence.
Mm-hmm.
He he was he
Yeah.
he inspired me to start write my own content. He said, "Make content for us."
Mm.
So he started me to write my own content, like writing scripts, like little short films. They're still in the works, but
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. No,
he's
don't sweat about it. Go ahead. It's in the works. That's what
yeah,
matters.
yeah, he's inspired me to do that, and he's just been like a real he's played a real part in my career, my life.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm so glad you bring him up. It's so important to just not only just build relationships, but treasure them and be able to give back in a sense. I want to talk about you brought up you like to write. You're starting to write your own content now. And not
Yeah.
only are you writing content, but you're writing content for us. I want to talk a little bit lightly about that. Why do you believe it's important as a writer, since you're writing now? Why do you believe it's important to share stories for us? And I'm pretty sure you know what I mean by saying us.
Oh yes, because not everyone's always going to write what's actually happening in the world, what's actually happening to certain communities.
Yes.
No one's going to do that. We got to do it. No one else is going to do it. We must do it.
Exactly. Sheesh. Well said, Tony. Well said. Goodness
Thank you.
gracious. I was right on the tail with what you were going to say. I'm just like, I already know the answer to this. This kid is professional. But I love to hear other people's insights on questions and just what they desire to do in this world. Because I believe writing our own content, our stories, it's so crucial, if now than ever. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Certainly, yes.
Exactly. So let's move on to our second question. It's also a fun question. So I'm actually interested in hearing your answer for this. If you could star in any movie in the world, it can be an action, it can be a drama, it can be a thriller, it can be a horror, who would you want to be casted with? Any actor, actress in our time, in your opinion?
Who would I want to be casted with? Well,
Mm-hmm.
I have to say Samuel Jackson. That would be. I gotta say Samuel Jackson.
Can I
Oh,
hear why? I really want to hear why.
I just he's a great actor.
Yeah.
I just love the way he performs. Like the way he delivers his lines. He can turn any dramatic line into a hilarious line, any hilarious line into a dramatic line.
Mm.
And plus his use of the MF word, it's phenomenal.
It is, to say the least, that's his signature line. He made it
Yes.
for himself. And I love how you said, for Samuel L. Jackson, actors who are up to his level of success and having so much work under their belt, they're able to be versatile. And I love
Yes.
that you said he's able to make a dramatic line comedic in probably a heartbeat, in all
Yeah,
honesty. And,
exactly.
I loved hearing I loved hearing that because I honestly would have never have guessed that. Samuel L. Jackson, that caught me off guard, but until you explained why, yeah, working with someone with that many credits and that expertise in a sense, that's something, man, that's something I would push towards. Dream big, most definitely. But
Thank you.
that's a really interesting topic. I like that answer. That's a real good. So
Thank you.
yeah, of course, no problem, no problem. But we're winding down to our questions, so I kind of have two more questions left for you. This last question, I like to call it the future question, the big
Okay.
what if. So the question goes: 10 years down the line, where do you see yourself? As a creative, do you see yourself venturing off in a different career path, whether it be directing, producing? I want to hear from you.
10 years from now, I still plan to act. Acting is my passion.
Mm-hmm.
So I still plan to do that. I also want to do 8 years of college so I can get my major. Not my major, my master's.
Master's. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
master's.
don't worry. Go get that master's, kid.
I while acting, I do want to become a paleontologist. It's
Oh.
always been another passion of mine. And then while that, I do want to play baseball. I want to do acting, paleontology, and baseball.
Oh.
So that's where I see myself. I really hope I do that. It would be a childhood dream come true to do all of those three things.
Yeah, and I'm glad you didn't just say you want to do one thing. You want to do so much with your life 10 years down the line. And
Yeah.
you're 15, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what, 10 years down the line, 25? You can most definitely do anything you desire to do in this world. As long as you put in the work, as long as you're passionate about it, which it obviously shows that you're passionate in anything that you do. And you do it to inspire others and encourage others as well. So a baseball player, actor, and a paleontologist.
Yes.
That's super amazing. I honestly, I believe anyone can do anything they set their mind to say the least.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's inspiring to hear that from you. So I really appreciate you sharing your future plans with us.
Thank you.
Of course. So we're winding down. My very last question for you. Wouldn't say it's a personal question. It's more of your perspective of how you want to inspire others. So how do you, Tony Espinosa, how do you desire to use your platform to inspire others around you?
I want to use my platform to have others go for their dreams. Like you said earlier, if you set your mind to it, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do that with my platform. I also want to show that I want to show some.
It's all right.
I'm trying.
It's all right.
I'm trying to search for the words.
I feel your passion, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, I want to show the What is happening? I can't think of the word right now.
I mean, it sounds like you just really want to show other people. You want to bring them up. You want to, not only be a light to others, bring other people with you. That's what it kind of sounds like to me.
Exactly. That's exactly. You took the words right from my head. Yes.
No, it's totally fine. I get it. I get speechless when I'm passionate about something. So it's so evident that you're passionate about using your platform to help others. And honestly, the secret of life, I believe, is to help others. And I believe your passion is truly shown in the way you want to help others and the way you're creating content and changing now. So I get what you're saying, kid. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got your back. I got your back.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. But, you most definitely will impact a lot of people,
I hope
especially
so.
in a lot of the films that you've done, The Birth of a Nation, American Skin. You're making change literally right before our eyes, and you're being an advocate for it. So your work will never go in vain. You will continue to inspire people, and you'll bring other people with you.
Thank you. I really hope I do.
Yes, you will. You will. We speak positivity here. So, of course, you definitely will, without a doubt, without a doubt.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, of course. So, we're wrapping up our interview right now. Tony, thank you so much for being such an amazing guest. Stick around.
Thank you for having me.
I'm actually going to end the recording. No problem. Thank you for joining. And I normally do a wave goodbye for our viewers who are watching. So, bye, everyone. Thank you so much
Bye,
for
everyone.
joining.